Good evening, everyone. This is Dani Nicole, and I am your host of the Book Talk podcast, Author Visibility. So, tonight on our first episode, we will be speaking with Bryant White. Bryant will share with you what this book is about. So, why don't we get started? I'm going to shoot it over to Bryant. And, Bryant, why don't you tell us who you are and what book you'll be talking about today?
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Bryant E. White. I'm from Orangeburg, South Carolina. My book is entitled "Crowned in Glory: Humanity Over Angels." It's basically about a Bible verse, Psalms 82, verse 6. It states that, and ye are gods and children of. So the book is basically about God creating us not just as humans, but as gods and being positioned over the angels in heaven.
Okay, sounds good. So tell us what inspired you to write this book.
Just looking at humanity over the past and the future and the present, and where humanity is going. And I don't think people really know who they are within God, so they act certain types of ways and don't govern accordingly. So I decided to write a book, hopefully to inspire people to uplift themselves and treat themselves better and treat their fellow man better.
That sounds good. So if you had to tell us who is this book for?
It's basically for everybody. I wouldn't say that people under 15 could read it. They probably could, but they wouldn't understand it. But it's basically for all adults, basically not particular race or color or creed or religious background. I kind of wrote it for all. It is a biblical book, but it's not necessarily for just Bible readers. People that are Islamic could read it, Buddhists could read it, Hindus could read it. I kind of try to write it for everybody because it is for everybody. We are all God's children.
Okay, okay. So what was the hardest part of writing or releasing this book?
I would say the hardest part is marketing. When it all boils down to it, the writing part wasn't hard once I got started with it. The writing part really wasn't hard. It just, came naturally. A little bit of research was involved, but, I take everything to God. I do a lot of prayer. So he gave me the gift of being able to put it down on paper. But marketing is the hardest part.
Okay. And have you published the book? Is published already?
Yes, ma'am. It's published on Amazon KDP so far.
Okay, that's good. Okay. And how was that process for you? Because self-publishing and traditional publishing are both different. So how was that experience of doing that yourself?
It really wasn't hard. You have to learn the formats and the trim size and get your book cover the right size and everything else and try to figure out your pricing. But other than that, it really wasn't bad. It was kind of self-explanatory, to tell you the truth.
Okay, okay. So is that something you will probably continue as you publish more books or try the traditional way, or you just won't know till you get there?
Uh, well, the traditional way is rather expensive, so I'm trying to do it on my own now to try to get the money to be able to do it the traditional way. But I still will be doing it, self-publishing also.
Okay, okay. And then you had mentioned the marketing. I know myself, as an author, the marketing has been a challenge. So Amazon, I would assume, has a way to market as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. They do. They do.
Okay.
They have ads and stuff that you can run, and I haven't dabbled into the ads of them or on social media as of yet. I'm going to start dabbling into ads. I had a lot of success on Facebook with like getting followers and stuff with ads. So I'm assuming that I could get the same outcome with my book. So
Okay.
that's next.
Sounds good. And so this is your first book, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I wrote a very, very, very small book a couple years ago and did it on Amazon just to try it all out. It was really nothing serious, to tell you the truth. Just
Okay.
something to try out.
Right. Okay.
So this is
Okay.
my first major book, yes, ma'am.
That's awesome. So I do have this question here. So if this book reaches the exact reader it was meant for at the exact moment, what do you hope it gives to the readers or what challenges for them?
Hopefully it would give them a newfound sense of respect for themselves.
Okay.
to know that they were created to be much more than just humans, to live in the physical world and die and hope, you know, that there's something in the hereafter. Hopefully, it gives them insight to know that there is something, and God is speaking the truth in the Bible or the Quran or whichever book you want to, you choose to read. But hopefully, it gives them that sense of respect, to govern themselves accordingly and carry themselves accordingly, and listen to God's laws and follow His laws.
Sounds good. So just going back to, I think in the beginning when you had kind of shared with us, who you are and about your book, you had mentioned Psalms 82 and 6. So what made you choose that verse and how did that verse resonate with you to write this book?
That's my favorite Bible verse. Just because it clearly states, exactly who God created us to be. It's a very short verse and it's often overlooked. So with him saying, "And ye are gods and children of the Most High," he not saying, "And ye are man." He created man in His image and likeness, and His image and likeness is God. So with Him creating us just as He is, we have more power, more potential, no limits set upon ourselves except the ones that we set upon ourselves. So to me, it is a very powerful yet short verse.
I like that. So, is there a second book that you're thinking about publishing already in your mind to create?
I've started a second book called Creation to Creation, which is how the actual creation in Genesis correlates to the works of Jesus while He was alive. So I do have another one planned. Yes, ma'am.
Have you started it?
I have a couple pages of it so far. Yes, ma'am.
Couple of pages of it. So, where can listeners connect with you and support your work?
As of right now, all I have is my Facebook, which is Bryant E. White. As of right now, that's all I have. I don't have an author's page or anything as of that as of yet. I'm still I guess, new to this whole thing, and I got a lot of work I got to do myself also.
And they can get the book on Amazon as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
entitled "Crown and Glory: Humanity Over Angels."
Yeah, I was looking at the book description that you have provided with me and it really resonated with me. That's what made me want to reach out and have you share with the audience. Now, do you consider it a novel? Is it fiction, nonfiction? What do you kind of
It's nonfiction, and it's in the genre of religious and spirituality.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And would you say there's some aspects of the book that relate to your life or to you as well?
Yes, ma'am. I wrote the book because these are things that I had to learn myself. Once I learned about Psalms 82 verse 6, I went back and started studying the creation and realized that what He created us to be, and I learned about creation that He was trying to teach Adam that he was God or was a God and how to do that job. But they chose to listen to Lucifer or Satan first and eat from the knowledge of the tree of good and evil. So they fell. They lost contact with God. And over time, Jesus gave it back to us, by His sacrifice. So these are just things that I had to learn, and, things that I've gone through and things that I picked up on. And I just want to, give clarity to people, so they can hopefully have a better idea of what the Bible is actually about.
All right, that sounds good, Brian. I appreciate that. Yeah, a first of many. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you, taking the time to jump on here with me and sharing your book and sharing your story. Let me ask you one more question. So your journey to writing the book. I know with
Yes, ma'am.
me, uh, when I wrote my fiction novel in 2024, I actually wrote the book in 2017,
Mhm.
but it didn't come to fruition until 2024. So what was that journey like with this book? Was it quick? Was it long? Was it a couple of years? Was it 6 months? How was that?
This one was about 6 or 7 months. Actually, I've written about five other books, but I lost my writing Google documents, and I got locked out of ebooks books. So I just started all the way back over again. So this process was actually pretty easy.
Okay, that's
It
great.
took about roughly about 6 months, something like that.
Okay, about 6 months to like for the writing, for the research, all that.
Yes, ma'am.
So, did you always want to write, or was this something as you got older, that you was like, I really want to share this with the world? Or was that something from maybe childhood?
As I got older, I started writing about 6 or 7 years ago. But it just popped in me like, you know what? I have all this information, I do all this studying and researching, for my own personal gain and self-improvement. I might as well start writing it down and try to help other people as well. So as I got older, it became, I guess, a after mine.
That's good. I'm gonna make sure I go ahead and pick up a copy of the book. Now, is the book paperback? Is it
It's ebook and it's
book?
paperback.
Okay. So they can purchase it on Amazon in ebook or paperback.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then is it Bryant E. White or
Yes,
is
ma'am.
it okay? And it is called Crown and Glory, Humanity Above Angels.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The Above Angels, Over Angels.
So that's my bad there.
That's a problem. Means the same thing.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get it right. we we want them to go get the book, so we want to make sure the title is correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, that's awesome. I see you doing more podcasts. Out here. Make sure you get out to some events. Now,
I'm in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
okay, so South Carolina. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I have some information. They do some book events
Okay.
also in South Carolina. So I can share some information with you. I also share a lot of information on my page, to help with book visibility. So I would
Yes,
definitely
ma'am.
be happy to share that with you so we can get you out here and get these books marketed and sold, right?
Correct.
That's the goal as authors. This won't be the last you hear from Bryant E. White. So follow him on Facebook and look out for more great things to come.
And I thank you for having me, ma'am.
You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You do the same. Be blessed.